Yep, Junkyard Dog. So after first shakedown, we had an issue, carburetor flooding over. And done some research and high fuel pressure, and so I put the gauge back on it, cranked it up this morning. Sure enough, it went up to like 9-10 pounds of pressure, and it's supposed to have 6.5 ideal, 7 psi max for that carburetor. So it's probably because I got a cheap fuel pump on it. So I'm gonna order a Holly fuel pump to replace that. But in the meantime, I'm gonna move that fuel filter down, and I'm gonna put this Holly fuel pressure regulator right there. It's gonna be temporary till I get the fuel pump, but I just want to shake down and make sure that was the problem. So yeah, I'm gonna do that. Yeah, regulator don't look great, but hey, we're gonna see if it solved the problem. Hey guys, thanks for visiting a little shot where dreams come true. All right, here we go. Here, Don. Here, Don, you hold the camera. You do the camera duty.
Okay, hang on. We're getting straight down here. Whoop, whoop, there we go. Did that before.
Was the hood shaking? It's so shut, that's the main thing.
Yeah.
It don't have that rubber strip in the back.
Yeah.
Perfect straight, close enough though. Everything looks good on the gauges. Ain't flooding over no more.
Nope. That was better, a lot better.
Speed over about 3 mile-an-hour pass.
No noise, rides nice and smooth.
Hey, I can't even see the windshield.
I know it. You look through the camera, you don't even know it's there.
Sure got one in it.
I think so.
45 pounds of oil pressure.
It's like we stepped back in time to 1978, got a new truck.
Everything's working good. Nice and quiet. My mash on it. Got 3,800 stall. Let's go back in the woods. Give it a stress test. Got some power. And hey, it rides good too on this old rough road.
Yep, you don't hear no bumps, you don't hear no rattles.
ain't got to worry about it going in overdrive because it ain't got one. Ain't got to worry about turning the heater on. Ain't got to worry about turning the air conditioner on. Ain't got to worry about working on the heater or the air conditioner.
There's your air conditioner right there, your wing windows.
Wing glass.
Yeah.
Yeah, the little shot where dreams come true. I mean, been dreaming for over a year. I got the stroke over a year ago. And then I've been dreaming about what I'm gonna do with it and how it's gonna look and all that good stuff. Well, I call it dreaming, imagine how it's gonna be to drive it down the road with no power steering, more turns per curve, when you're not moving, a little bit harder to turn the steering wheel, all that good stuff. Think about all that. In my mind, since it's a bare bones, I ain't got to worry about the AC braking or the heater braking or the power brakes braking or the power steering braking. I ain't got to worry about not working on none of that. Never got to worry about working on that. So that's a plus in my book. Bare bones, nothing, no creature comforts, no AC, no heat, no power steering, no power brakes. Yeah. Hey, just look at all the stuff under the hood that you ain't got to never work on. Man, we looking good, Don.
I think so, Bob.
I think we're stop doing burnout. What do you think?
Okay.
Hey, I'm gonna let you out. You can video it.
All right.
All right, get us some burnout video.
Okay, let's get some burnout video. Your junkyard dog gonna eat some tires. Yeah, the old junkyard dog's got it, I'll tell you that.
That manual steering takes a little bit to get used to once you've been driving a modern vehicle for a long time and you get in this, because the old manual steering, you got to turn the wheel more times, more turns to get around curves. So yeah, but hey, who needs power steering?
Yep, we're rolling.
All right, let's do a burnout in the truck. See what it looks like.
Oh, hang on.
What?
No, I was saying, hang on. Here we go.
Oh. All right, hang on now. We're going to do a burnout.
Okay. Man, thing looks good. Truck looks good going down the road.
Brakes, the brakes will throw you through the windshield. Hey, man, that sucker stops good, no doubt. You ain't got to never worry about the power brakes not working. Yeah, I still got to make a shifter boot. I ain't done that yet. I might put a different shifter in it yet, I don't know. I did put a T-handle on it though, instead of that chrome knob. All right, Don, how's that burn out?
That's a pretty good one right there, Mr. Bob.
I hear you. Hey, you know what?
What?
The speedometer works in reverse.
You gotta be kidding me.
I was backing up to pick you up, I noticed it. Sure.
It goes up in mile per hour when you're going backwards? No kidding, it tells you going 10 miles an hour in reverse.
20 mile an hour. 30 mile an hour reverse.
Holy cow. Pretty trick. Well, you think we left enough of them tires on the road today, Bob?
I don't know, let me look. Let me back up again and look. Yep, that's pretty good. Yep. get a little sideways there.
Yep. Yeah, I think the old Junkyard Dog's a little happier with that regulator.
Oh man, I'm tickled to death. It's like a new truck.
Yep, it is.
I think we can bring it back home and call it a done deal now.
I think so.
Yeah, the dash was getting kind of bare there, so I figured that Junkyard Dog decal would brighten it up a little bit. Just a little bit. Anyway, you know, you used to be able to go to O'Reilly's or AutoZone and get those rubber floor mats that'd be hanging on the rack, Yosemite Sam floor mats. That's what I wanted for this truck. But guess what? You can't buy those no more. They are no longer politically correct. Pretty straightforward cockpit. I mean, you guys know I started on this truck about a year ago. Man, a lot of work and a lot of videos. Every video, at the end of the video, I would say, hey, we're getting it, we just ain't got it yet. But now I can say, I got it, finally got it. Even though my vehicles are never 100% done, I'm always doing stuff to them. I mean, I think most everybody's always doing something. I mean, if you got one that's absolutely that perfect and you ain't got nothing to do to it, you're probably getting pretty bored with it, is the way I look at it. But anyway, I got some more stuff I want to do to this truck, but you know what? It's done. I'm gonna move on to another project. The Model A Ford Coupe Rat Rod, next project. And you know, when I get into a project a few months, sometimes I get bored and I want to do something different for a little bit. Well, when that time comes, I can throw some more bones at the old Junkyard Dog and drag it back up the shop and work on a little bit more, do something else to it. And I mean, I always got that option. It's good to have options, so there's that. But I do got it where I can drive it around and enjoy it. Oh, by the way, this thing, man, this thing drives perfect down the road. I'm talking about you can let off the wheel and it keeps going straight down the road. I don't even have to bring it to a alignment shop. It drives perfect just like it is. It don't need no alignment. It's lined up perfect. And although it don't sound like it on the camera, it's really quiet in the cab going down the road. The camera makes it seem like it's really loud, but it's not as loud as it sounded on the camera. I mean, you know, you could tell me and Don talking, you couldn't really hear what we said too good, but on account of the background noise. But inside, in real life, is not nearly that bad. I mean, it sounds, it's really quiet on the inside, but I got a lot of carpet and insulation on the floor, and the floor never got hot. The engine runs cool, like it's supposed to. An alloy works radiator, twin fan, no problem. Some people say going down the road, that twin fan with that, the way it's made, it don't get enough air through it, it don't run cool. Well, this one run cool, no problem whatsoever. It ain't never overheated. So that alloy works radiator is a plus in my book, believe me. Hey, Bob, let me drive. Well, A, it ain't gonna happen, and B, it ain't never gonna happen. But we'll take you for a ride in it. All right, Red, just sit there, don't talk, just hang on. Can I talk now, boy? Yeah, Red, you can talk now. What you got to say about that ride? Dang it, boy. All right, guys, I really appreciate you hanging out with me in a little shot with dreams come true. We getting it. I mean, no, we got it. So in a few days, we're gonna be dragging out the old Model A Ford coupe and bring it up in a little shop where dreams come true and see what we can do with it. Appreciate you. See you next time.